In the Eastern Cape, officials say the process of identifying the bodies of flood victims is becoming complex as each day passes. DNA analysis will need to be performed on decomposed bodies. In the meantime, search and recovery efforts continue almost a month after those devastating floods that left more than 100 dead. Newzroom Afrika's Liyema Vumisa is following developments and joins us now. Liyema, just talk to us about the practical process of connecting bodies that have been discovered with their rightful family members and how the local officials are trying to get this all done.
Absolutely, Iman. I mean, it is a strenuous process, according, of course, to the officials that are involved in assisting and really facilitating that process. What we understand is that from the search and rescue operations, once a body has been identified, that body is then sent to forensics. Thereafter, all of the families that have reported a missing person as a result of those floods then all congregate at that forensics that is here locally in Mthatha. Thereafter, that is when then each of all of the family individuals and family members will take turns in entering then to identify that particular body. As you rightfully mentioned also there, Iman, in your intro, that especially now because it's just weeks after June 10th, that fateful day, so you might imagine that those bodies then continuously are decomposing. On the contrast, I was listening to a story that you were, talking about of a child that was found. I mean, there's tears there, there's emotions, running high there. Then I wondered, the story that we are doing today, families, a complete contrast to that story, families here in Mthatha, on the other hand, they don't have those tears of joy to have, found a child. They are missing their 5-year-old, and another separate family is also missing their 7-year-old. Of course, this is also as a result of having been swept away by those recent floods. And now we are going to connect with the family after this very same crossing and, just try to sort of gauge how they are feeling. But the captain here, who is a team leader of the search and rescue operations here, telling me that when he was having a conversation with those families, the distraught, sense of feeling that he got from those family members that are still reeling and even have hopes of finding their loved ones, particularly their children, 5-year-old and 7-year-old. The captain also mentioning to us there that, it's after day 20 of having been doing all of these operations and they have no lead currently, stating that it's a very strenuous thing then to even be able to reflect that to that family. But of course, they are not teary. They are not weary and they are not backing down as those search and rescue operations are underway. Matter of fact, if you did see behind me all of those cars leaving at the central police station here, heading to the different riverbanks to search for those 2 missing bodies. What we also understand then is that 7 bodies still remain unidentified at the local forensics here in Mthatha. And on the other hand, what we know is that the death toll number currently sits at 102. Those are the numbers then of the people that have since passed away as a result of those floods. So we are going to go and have a conversation with the family to try and really understand whether or not they still do have hopes of finding those bodies, especially because over 86 other families have identified then their loved ones.